So we all know that Heated Rivalry was created in Canada by Canadians and based on a Canadian book. But what's the most Canadian thing about Heated Rivalry? I'm T.O.trashpanda. Okay, number 1 is that it shows Canadians are nice and polite. Check out what I mean in the first scene of the show.
Ilya Rosanov?
Shane Hollander. I wanted to introduce myself. Oh, I'm not sure you're supposed to smoke here.
Okay.
You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes.
Just look at Shane's nice boy Canadianness, shaking hands, reminding Ilya of the rules, offering a genuine compliment. What a nice Canadian boy. Okay, number 2 is it that Canadian bilingualism is seen and heard. Listen to Shane talking to this Montreal reporter.
Mon premier contre Zanov, ça doit faire du bien.
Je suis content avec nous pour quel but, moi.
Meilleur contre Zanov.
Encore, je suis content avec tous les buts.
Et les mises à jeu?
Moi, je suis ici pour l'équipe. Je suis ici pour gagner. Je m'en fous un peu de détails.
So Canada is an officially bilingual country. Shane plays in Quebec, our French majority province. Shane would have learned French in school, as all English Canadians take at least some French. Anglophone athletes who play in Quebec and make the effort to speak French decently are especially beloved by fans. Number 3 is it the Ontario rich person vision of what a cottage is. So this is Shane's cottage. It's pretty typical of rich people's cottages. Lots of wood and natural materials, huge windows facing out over the lake. Number 4 is it sitting watching a campfire, having deep conversations and listening to the loons.
Nice, right?
So we just sit here and look at it.
Yes, we just sit here and look at it.
Canada is fun. What the fuck was that?
A loon?
A what?
A loon? It's a bird.
Sounds like a fucking wolf.
It's a bird, trust me. You're so scared.
What kind of a bird makes a noise like that?
A loon. A fucking wolf?
Stupid Canadian wolf bird. Oh, so now you speak bird too.
Fluent.
I hate you.
No, you don't. Have you talked to your brother lately? Mm-mm.
This is where Ilya tells Shane the most difficult and painful truth about his life. Then a loon calls and makes a laugh, and Ilya wants to stay outside and look at the fire afterwards. Campfires really are kind of hypnotic. Number 5 is it that some immigrants to Canada get to feel more Canadian through hockey. Listen to Una talking to the Metro's manager on draft day.
And I know this came up in Shane's interview, but I am the world's biggest Metros fan.
Really?
That's part of how I came to feel Canadian. My dad would sit us down in the living room on Saturday night.
When Una grew up, hockey was prominent on TV. There were fewer channels and hockey coverage was free on her national public broadcaster if you had a TV with an aerial. So she would have grown up watching this.
Informed you already that Dryden will be the goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens in 5 playoff games with an average of 2. Paul Mateer, what a sensation in the playoffs for the Leafs. He has an average of 1.73. And so the game is underway, and it's ripped up on the boards to Williams. He's bumped and knocked down by Robinson. Now I had to look where he shoots it, and he's ripped one wide.
This may be somewhat less true now. NHL greed has made hockey less accessible on TV. Canada has more professional sports teams in other sports. Youth hockey has become more expensive and exclusive, etc. But there are still NHL broadcasts in other languages like Punjabi, and some immigrants still connecting with Canadian people and culture through hockey. 6 is it that the Canadian government helps fund gay hockey smut. So Heated Rivalry was partially funded by money the Canadian government provides through the Canada Media Fund to help broadcasters make and tell Canadian stories. Our Prime Minister even brags about it. Here's our Prime Minister with Hudson Williams at a TV conference where Hudson actually gave the Prime Minister the iconic fleece. See the notes under this video if you want to watch the whole adorable scene. Okay, so is it number 1, Canadians are nice and polite? Number 2, Canada's official bilingualism? Number 3, rich people call their enormous second homes on lakes cottages? Number 4, at the cottage, people love a campfire? Number 5, immigrants sometimes use playing or watching hockey to feel more Canadian? Or number 6, our government funds gay hockey smut? The answer is none of the above. For me, the most Canadian moment is a single word spoken by a supporting character. Listen to JJ in the locker room. What's the word he says after Shane says, "He didn't seem sick"?
Hi. Hey, did you hear about Rosanna?
About Rosanna?
He did not fly with the rest of the team to Nashville.
You flew separately?
Did not go to Nashville at all.
Well, he didn't get hurt last night, did he?
Not that I know of.
No, he didn't.
Maybe he's sick.
He's not. I mean, he didn't seem sick.
Calice. ESPN is just saying he did not go to Nashville.
Calice. So the most Canadian thing? Quebecois swear words in the script. On screen it's translated as "who gives a shit?" But the word means literally is chalice. So what's a chalice? A chalice is a ceremonial goblet used by a Catholic priest to hold wine for Holy Communion while celebrating Mass. Why is this religious word used as a swear word? Well, Quebec society and politics was dominated by the Catholic Church until the 1960s. Swear words are always about saying things that are socially unacceptable. Because of the Church's domination, using a religious word as a swear word became one of Quebec's most distinctive linguistic features. So the most Canadian thing about Heated Rivalry? Quebecois swearing. As a Canadian, it feels great to see so much of my country and culture represented on screen. I so appreciate Rachel Reed and Jacob Tierney for making and keeping this so authentically Canadian. It would have been easy to use a more generic word like merde, shit, but this adds texture and realism. Tiny details like how a Quebecois player like JJ would actually swear make this feel truly unique, and it was so fun to spot when I first watched the scene. I hope you appreciate this super Canadian detail. Let me know if you learned anything about Canada here. Did you notice any other great Canadian details in the show? Thanks for watching. I'm T.O.trashpanda.